Okay, welcome back to another match of GP Caracas. This time it's Splashcat versus Chumbeque. Splashcat is on 5-color Fair Dreamsight, and Chumbeque is on Soldier Tribal.
Yeah, so both these decks are very neat. Splashcat's playing a lot of the kind of new, stuff in Dreamsight with a couple of new cards, including like Thriving Bubbling
Yeah.
and L.
I mean,
And
Dreamsight runs 160 cards, so there's lots more room for new stuff.
yeah, and of course Beer as a first mate, as well as using Restart command to make use of the extra cards from Dreamsight.
Yeah.
And turn them into a pretty quick combo-esque kind of kill.
You can just whack someone for 30 out of nowhere.
And on the other side, Chumbeque on Soldier Tribal, which is also kind of a neat deck because it doesn't really look like a typical tribal deck, only playing 4 creatures for one thing.
But it has lots of token makers, so that's where a lot of the soldiers come from.
Yeah, and it also operates basically entirely on instant speed, which is also really cool for a tribal deck.
Yeah.
Admittedly, the instant speed interaction isn't as good as something like fairies, but still a very neat thing considering it can put out a lot of damage with Golden Company Tactics or Muzkef.
Yeah, Muzkef is definitely a really strong card because you just fetch it out and then, well, actually, they reinforce Vast Savannah to fetch Muzkef, I guess.
Yeah, and they don't really have anything they want to do turn 1, so it's pretty easy to justify fetching a tap land.
Yeah, and they also have Sunrise Parry, which is something which allows them to get 2 mana for out of 1 land if they sequence well and cast spells on both turns.
Yeah. Admittedly, being mono white is not exactly where you want to be in this format. But we'll see. Super vital cards in this matchup. Notably, I think all Splashcat's Wrath or Sorcery Speed.
Are they? I mean, yeah. I mean, what instant speeds Wrath are there anyway? So of course they're all sorcery speed.
Shelldrain's Rage is the one I'm thinking of.
Right. They don't have Shelldrain's Rage? Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm surprised to not see that as a fetch target. So it's going to be a bit interesting to see whether Chumbeque can kind of get by Splashcat's interactions. Might be a good litmus test of Soldier Tribal deck.
Yeah, Chumbeque's back, and they rolled. I guess it doesn't matter on the draw. So Splashcat draws a hand with Dreamsight well. So yeah, they're definitely keeping that.
I think that's a mulligan.
Wait, really? Oh, no jumping. Okay. Okay, good. At least Splashcat knows why they didn't keep.
And this is a pretty threatening hand from Splashcat.
Actually, what's the chances of Chumbeque drawing that hand anyways? Like, it's a lot easier to calculate because it's just the same cards over and over.
If you want exactly...
Just estimate, like, or like just how to calculate it. It's like...
What? Just drawing 6 planes is probably very unlikely.
Yeah, okay, anyways, Chumbeque gets a way better hand.
Okay. So drawing 6 planes, ignoring the Mozakef, is 0.02%.
Wonderful.
In Chumbeque's deck. They get a kind of mediocre hand, but it might end up being pretty darn good.
They don't have any creatures in their opening hand.
Yeah, well, they'll find some creatures eventually, hopefully. So Splashcat's hand is basically a really good example of how this combo kill can work, where you have interaction, Prying Kari, Dreamsight well fetches you a bunch of cards, and then restarts command does a ton of damage. But normally it won't kill from the life total Chumbeque will be at, because they're not going to be taking much damage off the mana base.
Well, Restad's also wields your own hand after you draw its Dreamsight, so that's like 20 damage at minimum.
Yeah, but they need to... I'm thinking of like a Gen 4 kill,
right?
For example.
Well, it's really Splashcat's not going to keep Dreamsight well all the way until turn 6 to combo with Restad's, right?
Yeah, because Dreamsight well has a pretty good shot at just finding another Dreamsight well between all the searches and whatnot.
Right. Oh yeah, they're Dreamsight welding right now. I guess discarding one card to hand size. Oh, they're putting stuff their deck. I still don't know if the first part of Dreamsight well ever matters.
How people build it, it doesn't matter too much. Because I don't think there's any. I think most people just play the one of's main deck.
Right.
Just play some generics for sideboard. So like having stand on sellable and splash out sideboard probably doesn't mean that much, considering that we already have one to fetch main.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of a neat option.
This Chumbeque still doesn't have any creatures.
Yeah. Well, next on they have this Rally the Railguard, which does put a decent amount of power on board. 6 power with the duelist pros.
Right, but like turn 4.
I'm not saying it's impressive, but they'll have it next turn.
It's also going to get countered. Actually, it's
is,
instant speed, right? They can just wait.
Yeah, still probably will get countered, but
hey, maybe Splashcat gets too greedy and taps out.
Yeah, I'd be kind of surprised. This stats command is, I mean, this stats command is pretty close to killing with draw step plus. Wait, no, it just does kill, right?
Is it?
Because draw step and then draw 8, so that's
right.
19.
But they're not going to go for it.
And they can't even cast it because they have a force.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, that's good because now they get to Cosmic Single, Chumbeque's only creature.
It does kind of seem like these counter spells from Chumbeque are actually going to be hitting stuff here with how expensive Splashcat's hand is.
Yeah. Well, at least Chumbeque draws another creature spell. Actually, Chumbeque's not really using the Sunrise Parries either.
Yeah, I don't know if you really need to.
You can, like, Chumbeque have, on their turn, used command and then still had counter mana up.
Do you want to command for 2/1/1s?
I mean,
I guess. I think that's not bad. So Splashcat does kind of realize that Chumbeque probably has a bunch of counter spells in hand.
Yeah.
And plays out the Flawless Blow to play around it.
Well, there goes Chumbeque's other only creature.
Also, the other thing about playing command on your turn is that you do actually kind of care about your life total, weirdly, because the stars command can get up to like 17, 18.
Right.
Or like 16 or so. It's planning to get a minor mana advantage doesn't seem that great.
So Harm's Way unfortunately isn't deflecting palm, so it won't counter Restad's command, or even a reverse card Restad's command.
It doesn't even work as a preventing 2 life because Restad's command is loss of life, not damage.
Oh, right. If Splashcat ever tries to wipe the board with Restad's command, at least Harm's Way will do something there.
That's true.
So, the Splashcat even need to do anything right now? They could just wait, right?
Well, they could wait, but I don't know if they have good answers to the cards that Chumbeque could draw.
Yeah, but like, what can they even do? All their cards are just answers right now.
I mean, there's a few things you could do. End of all things, the duelist poise being one, probably the best thing to do. You could also just cycle and use atrocities. You could just fire off a stats command.
Yeah, I think you like your hand too much.
Yeah, but like just like hit Chumbeque for 14 or whatever.
Also wield Chumbeque's hand, so they'll have cards too after you cast Restad's.
Yeah, that's true. Though I don't know how much you care about that.
Well, there's the Forgotten Aeons.
I guess Chumbeque can use the cards at instant speed. So it could potentially be really bad. Yeah. Or like quadruple trial reinforcements into golden army tactics or whatever.
Wait, did Rio come to play this turn?
No.
Okay. Oh wait, it did.
Yes.
I feel like Splashcat got a bit. Okay, Splashcat gets getting a bit greedy here.
How's it greedy?
I mean, okay, I guess right. They could play around counter spells, but I guess there's no point at this point because you're so far ahead.
I mean, throwing a stats command into a counter spell is fine.
Actually, would Chumbeque have died from that Restad's command? Because if they didn't, then it might have been better to let it resolve so that they get a new hand.
Splashcat drew 3 cards.
Okay, yeah.
So I believe so.
Okay. And Chumbeque's just not doing anything this game.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the downside of playing all these force spikes and quenches.
Okay, Splashcat, what do you name what's needless atrocities? We need to know. What would you name? No, you didn't name anything. That's a game rule violation.
So we're gonna see Valdez come out,
Yeah.
and Splashcat's gonna be able to see the side stage Chumbeke's hand.
Okay, it takes Spade.
And at this point, I don't think Chumbeque really has any outs. Without like any anthem effect in play, I don't think Chumbeque can really put out that much damage.
Yeah.
So the singularity grasp is gonna be able to clear up whatever. And at 20 life, Splashcat's sitting pretty.
Chumbeque plays another land and draws another land. So is Splashcat going to show mercy and just show Chumbeque without dragging the game out anymore?
Yeah, I guess with Cane Dancer on Dreamsight, they'll be able to kill with Start's command.
That's not the right color of mana, right? It's,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think it matters, but
They have Restart command mana, right? Even after tapping for tapping for Cane Dancer.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Judge Call. It's time for a Judge Call. Time to wait. Okay, we resolved the Judge Call. That was a lot faster than expected.
Yeah, nice and easy situation fix.
Okay,
we can probably just move forward to sideboarding at this point.
Good point. Okay.
So unfortunately, Chumbeke's sideboard is very much so not teched for this matchup.
Right.
Everything they have interacts with permanents that Splashcat does not have.
It's
not many of.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if you really want that.
I mean, Chumbeke's already running tons of counter spells, so I guess they figured they didn't really need any more counter spells.
Yeah, though I'm kind of concerned about these two harms aways sitting in the main deck. I guess playing a couple of Event Horizons is fine, but
yeah,
definitely nothing exciting.
So look at Splashcat's sideboard. Does it even matter? I mean, like they're running a Dreamsight deck.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of Dreamsight. I mean, imagine you bring in Thought Blossoms and Forbidden Treasures.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably it. I guess Negate is probably fine too.
I mean, you can always just use Dreamsight to put them into your deck.
I mean, I guess one of the advantages of playing Dreamsight is that you have a bunch of stuff to take out as well.
Right. But like, is it ever correct to just board down when you're in Dreamsight? And like, if you do, then how many cards do you go down to?
Is that legal?
I'm pretty sure that's legal. Like, the 90 card Living End deck did do that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, seems like Chumbeque is going to try to harm's way the Restars command, but learns that it's life loss and not damage.
Yeah, no, that matters as
well, I mean,
no,
it's a thought that counts. At least he tried to prevent some damage. But
yeah,
if it wasn't life loss. Okay.
So yeah, I think what Chumbeque needs to hope for is drawing better cards.
Yeah.
And for two, hoping that Splashcat does not hit turn 2 Dreamsight.
Yeah,
or turn 3 or whatever.
I mean, number 3 is that they need Splashcat to not draw too many wrath.
Yeah, I would be kind of interested to see how Chumbeke's deck plays into wrath, because everything being instant speed does help you a lot with all these sorcery speed wraths.
Oh yeah. I mean, the only sorcery speed card that they have is Golden Company Tactics.
Yeah, and Duelist Poise.
Well, Duelist Poise is a creature, though. Or, I mean, it doesn't die to Wrath.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And seems like they've started.
There's a much more exciting hand from Chumbeque.
Oh, they have 2-drop. Okay.
Yeah, so Splashcat seems to have land-heavy hand with Dreamsight.
Well, see, that's when the first mate is good. You can swap out the lands.
That's kind of a interesting case for Dreamsight, where kind of you can just play a Chen 2 and kind of acts as a super looting kind of thing.
Yeah.
But outside of the Dreamsight finding stuff, this hand from Splashcat doesn't really do anything.
Wait, Splash
Um,
can Chumbeque turn to fade the Dreamsight, and it's actually quite likely
yeah,
that they're going to do that because they're going to keep up Blade's Alarm anyways.
yeah, definitely one of the advantages of this kind of instant speed deck. So interestingly, Chumbeque decides to untap the Sunrise Prairie to represent Invalidate, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, I thought they just did it out of instinct.
Um, I guess Splashcat does have things that they'd be worried about getting countered turn one.
Splashcat's not
With the
going to play around the fade.
Yeah, actually, it's just thriving, but thriving buddling as one drops from Splashcat.
Okay,
Um,
seems like Chumbeque did bring Admonish as more counter spells.
yeah, those are probably replacing the Harm's Ways.
The question now is, when will Splashcat play Dreamsight? Or how much mana will Splashcat be keeping up before they start playing Dreamsight?
Well, it depends on whether the Needless Atrocities gets played here.
They're probably playing it? I mean, otherwise, what are they doing? Oh, it's very buddling. Okay.
Buddling's a very nice draw here.
It still gets faded, though. But no, it doesn't, right?
Well, depends on sequencing, because maybe Splashcat does want to run out the Needless Atrocities first. Decide not to.
Does the Splashcat know that Needless Atrocities is both players?
They definitely should. I mean, if it was one player, I think they'd be playing a few more copies of it. Oh no, they're on all four, so maybe they don't know. But
Okay, end of turn command.
I know this is kind of seeming pretty threatening here. Even though all these cards are kind of a bit tame from Chumbeque, Splashcat doesn't really have a good answer to it.
Yeah, they're just gonna take.
So we don't see.
It doesn't have mana for riding the Railguard yet.
Yeah, we don't see a main phase raised along either.
I mean,
Is it interesting?
why would you main phase raise the? Oh yeah, right, Sunrise Prairie.
Yeah, so Sunrise Prairie untapped, have fade up.
And like, there's no upside to keeping up 3 mana right now because all their counter spells are 2 mana. Okay, there's Dreamsight well, and is Chumbeque going to? Oh wait, right, they can't counter it, but they can fade it to tap Splashcat out, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to. I guess you. No, I don't think Splashcat operates at instant speed enough for that. Like anything that Splashcat can do, you can just fade.
Right.
Maybe there's an argument if Splashcat had like Sheldrain's Rages, or whatnot, because then Splashcat could pass and force you to waste mana.
Chumbeque's going to fade Dreamsight well.
You don't know when this is ever beneficial.
Did Splashcat play a land this turn?
Yes.
Okay, maybe they want Splashcat to discard more cards to hand size.
I guess. I don't know why you'd ever really care about that, though.
I don't know, it just feels good to make opponents discard to hand size.
Yeah, good thing out they note the color spent from Precipice.
Well, I mean, it's not to cast spells, though, so...
Yeah, well, it's important for the thriving buddling.
Right. Okay, there you go. Discard 3 cards to hand size this turn. And also tap out the negate, I guess.
Yeah, I guess the Splashcat does have some counter spells they won't be able to use. So is Golden Company Tactics almost lethal here? Does 9 with a jump?
Yeah. Well, speak of the devil.
Yeah, there it is. So this will force Splashcat to jump with the thriving buddling, because this is one more than lethal.
Yeah, and that's going to prevent Starving Buddling from getting augmented next turn.
Yeah, and I think Splashcat just straight up needs to draw Arathia. I don't know if they have any other outs.
Singular's Collapse only kills the 3/3s, though, so it has to be a specific wrath.
Yeah, it would need to be like specifically Rot, I guess, because I guess Violent Collapse doesn't do it either.
And I think that's not it, so Chumbeque's going to win this game, I think.
Yeah, and even if Splashcat did find Arathia, being at 3 is a very conspicuous life total. With these Rally the Red Gods in hand.
Splashcat names Mountain Bighorn. Wait, is that in MSEM?
Good question.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Huh, interesting card. Honestly, not bad. Big limited card.
Yeah. Okay, so third game starting right away.
So I'm not sure how important being on the players in this matchup. But actually, I guess it's a pretty big deal because of the
Yeah.
invalidates Chumbeque.
And Cosmic Cinco from Splashcat.
Yeah.
Those
So
violent
Splashcat's hand
collab.
is kind of
The Splashcat's violent collab, so they're probably keeping.
yeah, but at the same time they don't. They only have black and blue mana.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know how the source distribution plays out, but because if they hit green, this L will fix all their problems. At the same time, the L does have to resolve. So
Well, there you go. That's your mana fixing.
yeah, with that, your mana becomes easy.
They're not gonna run out. Oh,
Yeah, just keep your sinkhole for duelist void, I guess.
like
Seems
I guess.
reasonable, I guess.
Well, there's another L. So you definitely L here, right?
Yeah.
No, what? White, red. Wait, what?
Uh,
I think maybe they just made a mistake. Okay, yeah, there you
okay.
go. They didn't just mask you themselves.
Yeah, with the second L, there's no reason to hold it back.
Fade. Huh. Last shot thinking about using Cosmic Synco here. Oh no, they're
Um,
trying to pay for Fade, and now
yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess you could sinkhole, but with a second L in hand, I don't think there's any reason to.
Chumbeque doesn't draw their third land, and Ride the
So,
Railguard being 4 mana is really troublesome here because Chumbeque isn't being able to cast it.
yeah, I think Rally Rare God seems like a card that is on kind of the edges of playability. So, Chumbeque drawing so many of them is probably not what they want to see.
Raise
This is
Alarm. Is it gonna get countered? Okay, it's gonna get Sinkhoed.
I definitely feel like Chumbeque would be much happier drawing like anything that's not Rally Railguard, really.
Yeah. I mean,
um,
and is it just because they don't have 4 lands, or is there another reason?
mainly because it's 4 mana, make 3 tokens, but oh,
Wait, oh yeah, Acronis' command exiles an attacking creature. This
but
flashback
just like
doesn't.
him,
Okay.
comparing Acryanos' command to Rally Railguard is not the best comparison.
Still no
Um,
fourth land for Rally the Railguard.
though his alarm is castable.
Wait, how does Chumbeck deal with L flipping?
You attack it. Honestly, L flip is not that. I guess you have no pressure whatsoever. L is kind of annoying,
Yeah.
but really, L is not an incredibly dominant planeswalker when it's on the board.
Well, the problem is L searches up your other 5 color things.
Yeah,
Flashcards
so
have any?
L can find Dreamsight well here with the -2.
Oh yeah,
But
right.
if they do that, then
They're going to make creatures with list odds. But
uh
Chumbeck is going to double invalidate.
yeah, I think that was more so for the wheel than the soldiers. Obviously, the soldiers are nice too.
I mean, I feel like L flip would have been better if Splashcat wanted cards.
Yeah, well, you can L flip, but like if you L flip -2, then it dies to raise the alarm or what have you.
Right. Okay, Chumbeck still doesn't draw their fourth land. And there's Dreamsight well.
Yeah, they're not this. If they try for it this turn, then it will get faded.
Is Splashcat going to play around that?
Um, I mean, you definitely have the time to, right?
Right.
Like this is kind of the point where you can like L plussing and just like not doing anything is completely fine. But it doesn't look like they will play around it.
Okay. Does Chumbeck still have a chance? Or is Splashcat still really far ahead?
Yeah, well, I mean, just like Chumbeque really needs to draw a Golden Company Tactics and another land.
Yeah.
Um, but Splashcat just doesn't really have any offensive pressure.
I mean, that's the point of their deck, though.
Yeah, but even just like anything that forces Chumbeque to do anything. Um,
I feel like
but like,
L Flip will be one of them, probably.
yeah. So I am kind of interested to see what Villia does here because I think you could justify any of the modes to be honest.
What about minus
Um,
4?
yeah, even the -4.
Wait.
I mean, you know that Chumbeke's stuck on that.
Oh, wait. Minus 4 exiles permanent. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Valia's a
but it
lot
does
better than.
cost the Villia.
Right. Okay, oh, never mind then.
So that's a Mewgate. Might not look like a Mewgate, but it is a Mewgate.
Right.
I guess that art kind of looks like a Mewgate.
I see a
Looks like a
gate,
gate.
but it's getting mirrored in the water somewhat. So yeah. Oh, right. The railguard does.
Woo! It did it. I guess it does put them into play attacking, which is pretty good.
I know they're gonna have to Kyle Jones to figure out how it works. So yeah, even
if I remember correctly, oh god, this is all very annoying. I feel like it just attacks the player, if I'm remembering correctly.
it seems
I'm
like
pretty sure that says that it targets. Okay, incorrect.
yeah. Oh, that does answer Valir, but they just died to Violent Collapse.
Well, they do have the fourth iron for the second. Yeah, they were god.
No, probably nowhere as good as the first one.
But Golden Company Tactics, provided that's drawn, is a lot of damage. And Violent Collapse plus. I guess Splashcat will have mana for counter spells or whatnot after Violent Collapse plus Dreamsight.
Yeah.
And of course, Splashcat could also just draw a stats command and win on the spot.
Flash got playing cards into their deck from their sideboard.
You're putting in Via, funnily enough.
Is that? Are you supposed to be playing cards into your deck off Dreamsight?
I think it's so marginal. Marginal doesn't matter that much. I don't mind it. Like End of All Things is a lot better when you have 7 lands in play versus opening hand.
I guess.
Right.
Okay, there goes the creatures.
And then we're gonna see probably Prying Inquiry here.
Yeah, probably.
Land drop means that you can go. Oh, I guess keeping it cursory glance. I don't know.
Does Fire Bowling get the counter here? I don't remember what color Splashcat tapped for. I guess not.
Uh,
Okay, so you finally have. So Chumbeque finally has Ride the Railguard mana.
that is true.
Without Blossom. Okay, that's gonna be hard for Chumbeque.
Yeah, I don't know how comeback can be even just what Splashcat has in the moment.
Splashcat just dumps their hand, I guess. They're not gonna ride the Railguard here.
Because it seems pretty hard for Chumbeque to win, even with Golden Company Tactics, to buff the guys. But with Thought Blossom and Curse of Glance in hand, that seems really hard to resolve.
Yeah, Splashcat takes the command.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would take him either Rally or Raise the Alarm because how much mana Chumbeque has. Because Acronos' command, or Chumbeque can only cast Acronos' command by itself this turn, but it can cast Admonish plus Raise or Rally on its own.
I mean, sure, but do you actually care about Admonish here?
No, not really. Or it might matter.
I guess you do now once you've drawn the Void Portal.
Yeah. Oh wait, is Splashcat going to play into the Admonish?
Yeah, I don't really like that whatsoever. I guess the Lightning Rod thing is active, so they still have 2 mana up for the counterspell.
Oh, they get 1 activation off this thing before Chumbeque destroys it.
This is Void Portal activation?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Chumbeque, please kill it in response.
Hmm?
Chumbeque not going to kill it in response.
Kill what in response?
Void Portal.
I mean...
Oh, there's another Dreamsight wall.
I guess you could kill it in response, but I don't think you really need to.
Okay. Well, I mean, so Void Portal is basically 3 mana, discard a card, shoot a Dreamsight well. I guess that's not that bad.
Like, I mean, I guess you are losing regardless. But I think your better chance to win might be just Rally the Rare God, hope they don't have a counter. And then draw perfectly and they draw nothing. And
they have Dreamsight. Like, how they not draw?
Yeah, well, draw 5 lands, right? So I guess if you're on...
I don't think Chumbeque understands how Rally the Railguard works. Well, I mean, I don't think they understand how Quick Draw works. But they just attacked and cast Rally for its Quick Draw cost, even though nothing got blocked.
Should we stop the game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it doesn't really matter because Chumbeque's helping out, but yeah, say something, I guess.
No, it should just cost 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I can understand why Chumbeque thinks Valley is a good card if they made that mistake.
Oh no, oh no. I mean, they can still cast it, right?
Yeah, they can cast it for 4. Wait, does that mean they went the entire GP without realizing that Quick Draw doesn't do what it says, what they think it does?
I mean, it's not that big of a difference.
It's a pretty big difference. That means when you're 3 mana and you attack, you can split for 3.
Yeah, as opposed to 4. But at the
And,
same time, I feel like most of the time your opponent does have a blocker, right?
and it comes to play. They come into play attacking. Well, like in situations against creatureless decks, you can suddenly hasten 3 damage.
Yeah, but the difference is just being that it's 1 mana cheaper, not that you can't do it, period.
I guess. And I guess Chumbeck's probably going to look for a new card to replace by the Railguard at this point.
Yeah, this is a pretty traumatizing game if you're a fan of Rally the Railguard.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. So Judge Card's finally been resolved.
Actually, can this Void Portal fetch a Wrath?
Uh,
I assumed it can, but...
Top Blossom into Singularity's Grasp.
Oh, okay. That was the Wrath. And Valdez finds traditional Wraths too.
Oh wait, I disconnected. Oh, let me. Okay,
So
okay, we're
back.
back. Let's see what happened since we were gone. Chumbeck's elf cards in hand.
Yeah, pinch basic trial equipment. I guess Chumbeque scared of another Wrath. It's fair.
So it seems like Splashcat's still thinking about what to do here.
Kind of Void Portal Valdez into a stats command, which would have been lethal.
Right. Well, they can just Void Portal for the Void Portal Singularity's Grasp, and then next turn Void Portal for. Actually,
I think that they land this turn.
who knows? It's been like, I don't know.
They have not. I think the line here is probably. I think what I would have done is Void Portal the Thought Blossom into a Singularity's Grasp, cast it for 1 for the board, and then play Valdez, swing for 7.
Well, they're going to use Ancestral Council to get Singularity's Grasp.
Yeah, that's fine too. But I think that puts you on lethal next turn because you hit for 7 down to 12. And then bottling is 6/7. Valdez is 5/3. So I guess it's not quite lethal, but
They also killed their own Ancestral Council.
yeah. I presume Ancestral Council can fetch burn.
It's Splashcat, I guess Solar Flare.
Yeah, that would be so 2 solar flares.
Okay.
Of course, it doesn't super matter this point.
Splashcat rearranging their lands. Okay, Thriving Bubbling gets the counters again.
Yeah. One of the rare times that Thriving Bubbling tap for mana seems beneficial. Because I would Splashcat for the Thought Blossom. Not that it matters here, but
Chumbeck concedes. And Splashcat forgets, since it was so long ago, Splashcat forgets which game it was. Okay. So yeah, not very good going for a Soldier tribal deck. I mean, I guess game 2 was a decent showing, but
yeah, game 2 was kind of showed how powerful Golden Company Tactics is.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if you can fit Golden Company Tactics into more normal type shells. Maybe using like pull-up pools to get both the soldier and the knight triggers.
Right. But anyways, so yeah, that concludes Chumbeck versus Splashcat. I don't think are any of these two making it to top 8, or is this just a losers bracket match? Oh, okay. Wait, so just Travel could have gone into the top 8 then?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, so we're gonna get a 5-color Dreamsight deck into top 8. Yay.